Hey, it's Rich Tehrani with TMC. We're at the IT Expo Tech Super Show here in Fort Lauderdale. 39th show, the largest ever, 300 exhibitors, 7,500 attendees expected. Thanks for watching. Kevin Nejad is with us. He's with Vijilan. Kevin, how are you?
Great, doing well. Thank you very much, Rich.
Thanks for being here. So tell us a little bit about your company, please.
Sure. Well, Vijilan Security is a information security monitoring company, service provider that works with managed service providers, MSSPs, and VARs to provide the technology, the people, and the processes to deliver security monitoring services. As you know, the technology, the main component is a SIEM, but now there's a lot of talk about extended detection and response, which we're going to talk about that later on. So what Vijilan has done has combined that with its the human capital that is required to run that 24/7 operations. And we've been doing that since 2014. We've grown significantly over the last few years. Yeah, looking forward to the event here in Miami.
Yeah, thrilled to have you. And certainly cybersecurity becomes more and more important every year. COVID had a big impact because of all the work from home and a lot of people working on systems that were just not secure. How have you seen the transition of the industry in the last couple of years?
Well, we have seen a great transition into the cloud applications. One in particular is the adaptation of endpoint detections and response, which runs on the endpoints, whether they're laptops, workstations, and servers. Now, you can be a mobile user working from anywhere in the world, and these technologies have given the MSPs or any IT solution provider the ability to basically mitigate against any types of threats, regardless of where they are in the world. So we have seen a great migration into the cloud. Cloud application monitoring has gained a lot of focus in the last few years, I would say.
So one of the biggest challenges, I think, in cybersecurity in the last 4 or 5 years has certainly been ransomware. How are you helping with that particular threat?
Sure. So, well, first and foremost, I would say every organization should have a good backup in disaster recovery. But then you shouldn't rely on that when you want to recover from ransomware. You have to have the layered approach when it comes into security, and we highly recommend monitoring those technologies as part of the chain. As you know, ransomware, a lot of the phishing attacks happens on the workstations and endpoints, so endpoint monitoring is key factor on preventing ransomware types of attacks. And also cross-correlation between not just EDR, but also the telemetry data from all the other security technologies, whether they're in the cloud or on-prem, is a key component to know when the attacks are taking place, so you can prevent them from happening.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of the types of customers that are using your solutions, I know that you may go through MSPs and MSSPs, but what sorts of companies out there are you helping? Is it every type of company? Or are you seeing more maybe in the financial space, more interest there, or healthcare?
Yeah, sure. So we have seen a great number of healthcare organizations coming on board. Obviously they're regulated industries, but the types of attacks that are happening against healthcare has gone up significantly over the last few years. But the ones that we are catering to are typically finance, manufacturing, government, education, and legal as well.
Okay, so you're probably in one of the hottest sectors for startups that we've ever seen in the history of startups. When someone is watching this video and they're trying to make a decision on a cybersecurity vendor to use, why do they go to Vijilan? Why you guys versus someone else?
Sure, so a number of things. Number one, we are very channel focused, so all the applications that we have developed is geared towards the MSPs. We started off by listening to our partners to see what their needs are, and as a result of that, we developed the application specifically geared towards the MSPs. And having the security monitoring our focus, right, as we have gone 1,000 feet deep, as opposed to providing a number of solutions, but haphazardly, but we have made cybersecurity monitoring our area of focus. And there has been some recent development where we actually do provide mitigation and remediation services as well in collaboration with another vendor in the MSP community. So this kind of partnership allows MSPs to provide SOC and NOC services in a turnkey fashion.
Fantastic. One question which I forgot to ask was just the advent of AI in cybersecurity. What are you seeing there?
You know, a lot of these AI engines, they are built really well on EDRs lately, where they can basically mitigate it against any types of attacks.
Endpoint detection and response, EDR.
Endpoint detections, exactly. So all the AI engines, whether they're supervised or unsupervised, they can take action to the point where they can reduce the dwell time. So the number of days or hours that the incident goes unnoticed can be reduced if you have a well-developed, if you have implemented these technologies and you're providing monitoring around them. So what Vijilan does, we actually monitor EDRs as well as firewalls, as well as cloud applications, and we give them cross visibility and a very holistic view on what's going on across all their technologies, not just one on endpoints.
Great. Now, for the viewers out there, they want to find out more about your company. Where do they go?
I would say go to vijilan.com, vijilan.com, and just schedule a demo, learn more.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Rich. Glad to be